the pressure to look perfect on us flawed mere mortals has never been greater. We all feel flawed, don't we? And it's impossible to achieve it without help. Dr. Dean Bair and Kristie Bair from Bair Medical Spa know exactly what to do and what to tell us to help us look our absolute best. And today we're going to learn about the Matrix treatment. I feel like I should do like one of these, the Matrix treatment, and we'll kind of fold back. No? No. It has nothing to do with black leather jackets and karate? Okay, good. So let's first of all, welcome. Good to have you back as always.
Good morning.
And tell me about this treatment because I don't think people are as familiar with it. So what is Matrix RF? That's how we refer to it, correct?
Right. It's really a unique treatment. It is a progression of trying to resurface the skin.
Okay.
The gold standard has been trying to resurface and smooth the skin without having a lot of downtime, without having side effects and risks of burns and scarring.
Oh.
So this is something called a fractional treatment, which the basic idea is to heat an island of skin,
Okay.
small little column of skin, with surrounding normal cells that will grow back into that heated area, creating tightening and resurfacing and smoothing of the skin.
So your natural skin will grow into the area.
Exactly.
Interesting. You know, I think that's something a lot of people aren't aware of this. This is really interesting to me, and a lot of people do want to resurface their skin, and you hear a lot in the media about Fraxel, right? So what's the difference, Kristie, between Fraxel?
Well, Fraxel is a brand name for a fractionated laser.
Okay. What does a fractionated laser mean?
Same idea.
Okay.
So you have columns of heated tissue. It's a laser that heats just tiny columns instead of evaporating the entire surface of the skin.
Okay.
So the difference, this uses a different type of heat called radio frequency.
Okay.
The advantage is that it heats more deeply into the collagen in the dermis, creating better tightening. And it doesn't hurt as much.
See, no pain and better smoothness. That's what we really want.
Exactly.
Now, I want to know how many treatment sessions would be required if we wanted to do this. How often would we have to go back?
Depends on what we're trying to accomplish and how much damage there is.
Okay.
Often, one of the really unique things about this is it really improves acne scars.
Oh.
And if someone has deep acne scars, it's going to take probably 4 treatments.
Okay.
Skin, sun damage, aging skin, 1 to 4 treatments.
Is that what you find to be the most common?
2 is the most common.
Okay.
People have 1. I've had 2.
Okay.
A lot of the people on our staff have had 2. Because you're going to get your maximum benefit at 72 days.
Oh.
So someone will have a treatment, they'll wait 72 days, 90 days, and then decide they want another one.
Okay. And obviously, we all want to know about those results. So let's look at some of the before and afters, because then we can get an idea of where we start and where we finish. Now, tell me what we're seeing on the screen.
She had 2 treatments,
Okay.
and you can see obviously some tightening. It doesn't look like a facelift, but she has, she looks like herself. She looks very natural. The skin is brighter. It is more luminous and radiant, and obviously decrease in the fine lines and improvement in the texture.
Isn't that really the goal with anything cosmetic? You want to just look more like your better self.
Exactly.
That's all.
Exactly, and that's what this does.
And that's fabulous. Now, in this case, look at the difference under her eyes. Oh my gosh.
This does a very good job of tightening that very thin skin. The skin on the eyelids is the thinnest on the body. It ages most quickly. And so if we can tighten that, it makes a dramatic improvement in the appearance of someone's eyes.
And she looks wide awake, but she doesn't look startled or unnatural. She just looks younger and she looks alert. Whereas in the other picture, she looked tired, and it was more of an aging picture, obviously.
Obviously.
Right.
What an amazing thing. Now, are there any side effects, anything that we would need to look out for?
For a couple days, you look like you have a sunburn.
Okay, we can handle that.
And you can see here and feel the tip. Just feel right there. Those little knobs, that generates the heat. So that creates the islands of heated skin.
Okay.
And there's a teeny little crust that forms over each one of those little islands.
Okay.
So that takes about 5 days for that to exfoliate.
So you just want to know ahead of time, about 5 days. That's
Right.
it. That's not bad at all.
Right.
And we also have some more before and afters before we go. I want to look at some of these because I think this is such a great way to show people, look at what can be. And here's another example of, look at the difference, the darkness under her eyes before.
Although it's not primarily indicated for pigment changes, it does help that some.
That's incredible. I love that. Now, how many treatments did she have? Do you remember?
I believe she only had one.
That's it? Yeah. That's one treatment. Oh, wow. See, now that I love to see because that's pure skin resurfacing, right?
Right. She had 2 treatments.
Wow.
I think if she had another 1 or 2, her skin would be very smooth.
Unbelievable. I mean, I know personally, I have a couple chickenpox marks, and they've never gone away. And I'm very self-conscious of that. And it changes your skin. And if you can find a solution, and you can do 2 treatments, that's incredible. I also wanted to ask a question a lot of girls were probably wondering. Can you wear makeup after you do this? Or how long do you have to wait to wear makeup?
For 24 hours, you need to have some barrier on that, like a Vaseline sort of sealant.
Okay.
But if you have a pure mineral makeup, like a Color Science makeup, you can put that right on. In fact, after we do a treatment, we will put a little sealant on and then put the Color Science makeup over the top of that to protect you from the sun. It's very critical to avoid sun exposure for at least the first 2 or 3 days.
Great advice, especially here in Albuquerque and the rest of New Mexico where that sun is shining strong. Trust me, I have to stay away from it. I know. I know. Don't yell at me. Dr. Dean Bair, Kristie Bair, thank you both so much for being with us today. This is great advice and great information for all of us out here who want to look our best.
That's right.
We appreciate it as always.
Thank you.
Bair Medical Spa is located north of Paseo del Norte between Wyoming and Louisiana. The number to call is 505-881-1532, and just know you can always get a complimentary consultation for any services you desire.